Alright guys, we have now reached day 2 of the Valleycon tournament in Wellington. This time it's again Epic Butcher up against Protector of Menoth. It's pSeverius instead of eSeverius, so we're talking about the Grand Scrutator. And this guy could actually be difficult for Butcher in several ways. Main thing is that his feat will deny me the focus, so even if I've killed 3 guys, the way I read it in terms of the rules is that I will lose all of my focus next turn, which means that eButcher won't be very protected, his jacks won't get any focus, he won't really be able to do anything. Now, he's got Ashes to Ashes, which can be cast on a friendly unit, which will then do 5, well, D6 guys within 5 inches, which will be my guys. So that will be a pain for the Doom Reavers. And he's got a lot of attrition sort of stuff, which will stop my Doom Reavers cutting through his guys so easily, like Defender Swords. So it will be tough. I'm picking myself as the winner, but, you know, that was before I showed up to the table and found that there were 2 big forests in the middle as well. So that means that my Doom Reavers will be going around in a choke point and a little bottleneck, which will make things really, really hard. The scenario is a flag too far, so what I need to do is to contest the zone on his corner of the table, as well as controlling the zone in the middle, which could be the avenue for victory here. It's also the first time I've played the new type of deployment, the flank deployment, so all of my guys on the left and all of his guys are on the right, and we're sort of going to be going through the table almost like radial deployment, but not quite. Next image, that's his layout here. He's actually got his Blessing of Vengeance right on the flank, which means that on that side I can actually just space Doom Reavers out quite far apart, so he can't do so much damage with Ashes to Ashes. So we'll see how that goes. It's going to be difficult to avoid that spell in general, though. He's got a Vanquisher and Reckoner, so I've got to be careful because he can actually put out a lot of damage with the Choir and the Eye of Menoth ability. And the Zealots are going to be really annoying because for a whole turn I'm not going to be able to kill them with the Doom Reavers. Next image, just moving out here, I've got the first turn, and just going full bore. I mean, I've got to cover as much distance as I can. He's going to be moving up fairly slowly, but if I can push him all the way back to his flag, I might be able to get some control points. So, not much to say about this picture. Let's go to the next one. Here's the spacing. He's actually moved out first turn with his Zealots. Hasn't actually used the mini feats, so this will allow me to charge forward and actually kill quite a lot of them. But the problem is he hasn't given me enough reach to actually kill them all. So in his following turn, that's when he'll use the mini feat, and I'll be tied in with his troops. So that will actually slow down this whole flank for a couple of turns. Although I should be able to move past them with the actual eButcher retinue himself. Next image, just moving forward with the Templeflameguard, shield walling. No real reason to shield wall because I've got no guns, but he's decided to anyway. It's interesting how players like to do that. He's moved the Blessing of Vengeance around the left-hand table side, just around the buildings too. So, yeah, it's just basically saying, come and get me. Next image, this is my turn too. Charged the Zealots and killed about half of them with the Doom Reavers. Unfortunately, they are fearless. But in the middle, moving up to engage his Flameguard with the Doom Reavers, failed the first command check, but he's got a flag, so he can actually re-roll that command check, and he passed. So, man, had I managed to fail, cause him to fail that command check, it really would have been nice, because I could actually really annoy him and then move in with the feat turn and crush him with the second wave. But he's got the Blessing hitting around the side, and luckily it looks like he won't actually be able to hit the group at the back because he's got no friendly models to bounce the Ashes to Ashes spell off. Next image, just basically moving in with the Zealots, dropping the mini feat and throwing bombs at my Doom Reavers, failing so many tough rolls this game and this tournament just in general. Just can't, you know, make a tough roll to save myself, so losing quite a lot of Doom Reavers on the left-hand flank. Next image, it's my retaliation turn, and I decided to pop the feat this turn as well. And what happened here is that or did I pop the feat? No, I saved the feat this turn. I instead attacked the group of Flameguard, but of course they've got Defender Swords, so that's defense 15. Doom Reavers only hitting on 8, so not causing much damage there at all. Moved in on his Blessing with 3 Doom Reavers and 1 Fenris there, and did quite a lot of damage to his Jack, but not destroying it. And eButcher's just putting himself behind the wall of Juggernauts, just in the hopes that he can't move around with his Vanquisher because there's a forest there, won't be able to get a snipe on eButcher himself. He's upkept Fury, and yeah, pSeverius, you know, is going to be able to really smash me for a bit this turn, but I'm just hoping that the next turn the feat will come, I'll smash away all of the Templeflameguard and leave him in a vulnerable position. So next image, here's the fight. Basically, the Doom Reavers again engaging the Flame Guard, but they can retaliate and attack me. He's given a couple of focus to the Vanquisher as well. Next image again, after he clears me away, what I decided to do here is pop the feet and attack with eButcher, and he moved through and he killed half a dozen Flame Guard. Then I moved in with the rest of the Doom Reavers and the Juggernauts and killed the rest of them as well. But I couldn't quite get far enough through to engage the Vanquisher with my Juggernaut. And Fenris has gone there and engaged them all, but he's left the I've left the Vanquisher fairly free, and of course eButcher's used all of his focus. I'd actually rolled a 1 for focus in my feat turn, so when I moved forward to attack the Flame Guard, I had nothing left to camp, and he's already taken some damage from the fire, which has not gone out at this point. So I've got to tell you guys, if you go into the next turn, he attacks then with his Icon Bearer, fighting away at the Doom Reavers. And go into the next photo again, there's pSeverius and the Reckoner, which are able to dehorse Fenris. But he's loaded up the Vanquisher with 2 focus. The Vanquisher simply moves out of range of Fenris, takes a free strike, doesn't lose the system, and fires from the forest at Butcher and kills him. So I couldn't believe that. I was in a situation where I rolled 1 for focus. I had to commit. I couldn't really run away, otherwise he'd really basically win an attrition war. But with the Choir, with pSeverius' Eye of Menoth, 2 focus on the Vanquisher, and a Vassal on behind to enliven, ancillary attack, 2 shots on Butcher actually killed him, and I lost quite a critical game in round 5, meaning that there's no hope of me actually winning the tournament now. I'll do my best to win the next 2 games, but at best I can hope for 5-2 and possibly placing 5th or 6th or something like that. But yeah, it was a shame. Had I rolled 7 focus that turn, I could have just moved up and killed the Temple Guard, spent a couple of Fury, then sat back camping, on 23, and that might have meant that Butcher survived. But what ended up happening is, he shot me with the Vanquisher twice, and then used Immolation from Sevi, boosted, and it was really easy for him to just kill me. So just a bad situation for eButcher. He's got more worse matchups than I thought, and pSeverius is one of them. My opponent actually forgot to feat a turn before this, so he could have actually just feated and left Butcher on 0 Fury, let alone 2. So just in general, well played for my opponent, and bad matchup for eButcher at the end of the day. Hope you guys enjoyed that one, and we'll see you in the next couple of games.